If I had a $5,000 budget for my next car, these are probably the cars I'd look at. The first one would be a Honda Accord. Now, I've had this car about 4 times, and I can say that each and every single time, this car is reliable. If you want this body style in particular, you have to get a 2008 and up. But there's nothing wrong with getting an older one either. I'm talking 2005, 2006. Every single time I had this car, I always got the 4-cylinder option, and that car was always just good to me. And by the way, this is a real listing off of Craigslist. Now, I'm sure you guys saw this one coming. The next car is a Toyota Camry. I think this body style started in 2006 or 2007, but like I said, there's nothing wrong with an older version of this car too. This one in particular listed at $5,000 and it only has 137,000 miles on it. Now, once you find a listing that you like, one of the most important things is to get a report on the car. You always want to know the title status of the car, and you also want to know if there's any damage history. Now, if you don't want to pay $30 for a vehicle history report, I actually have them for free. All you have to do is just use my bio. It's unlimited usage too, so if you wanted to run history on 10 different cars, go for it. But nevertheless, these are two vehicles that you can't go wrong with if you had a budget of $5,000.
A good question for people. I know, like, people can ask this question, and it's just really a blunt question. How much money is the good question. Should I spend on my car? So when you buying a car, it's always going to be a good question on how much money you want to spend. Realistically, what do you need the car for? What's the purpose? Because if you want a car just because for looks and put cloud chase, right? Looks, right? Want to do looks maxing and all of that? Cool. You do that there, you wanted to increase your character, just whatever. Great, get something expensive. Great. Spend like, go get a car and get a car note and make sure by the time you done, you up here, you paying 60 to 80K car. Great. So y'all go ahead and do that. You know that ain't your lane and you can't afford that. Then let's be realistic. Let's get the video started. So if I'm making recommendations and based on the economy, and if you know you don't want a car note, and depending on how much money you want to save, but if you want to be cheap about it and you want to get something that you can put the keys in, start up and go, maybe later down the line do some work on it to refreshen up some stuff or whatever, recondition some stuff, the word I wanted to use. Cool, you get a car like that. For me, and this ballpark range is the best range to buy a car. For me, used car, and it always depends on the year. The years may not me a car can be old, but the mileage is low. But the car could be new and they got high mileage. So that it really all depends. Like people don't always run up mileage on a car. So for me, a good price range would be $3,000, right, to $5,000. That's on a used car. And like I said, we're not going to sit there and argue about like year or nothing like that. So if you get a car between $3,000 and $5,000, then you know you're going something that's going to need. Let's just put light repairs. I don't know if you saw in my last video where I talked about like mileage. I'll make sure these videos link up. We're going to do light repairs on that. And obviously you know what you're getting when you're buying a car between this. Let's just say you got more money to spend, more money to play with or whatever, and you want something and you want to get in and you don't want to pay for nothing for a long time or whatever. At least some stuff that's just not like serious or whatever. So let's say you go up a car that's $5,000 and up, right? Up to 12. Let's just put $10,000. If you get a car in between this on the higher end of the 5. Even if you work it in between somehow or whatever, you still can get you a decent car depending on a year or whatever, and you can just make minimum like maintenance and stuff. Like you still do light repairs, but it'll be lighter than this bracket. So I'll put light repairs again. When I say like light repairs, I don't mean nothing that's gonna keep your car down like forever. Nothing that's gonna make it be like, oh, you can't afford it, and then it's just like just put light repairs. It could be anything. This just put times 2, and this just 1. So just, you know the difference or whatever. Now, I'm going to stay in these 2 brackets. Why? because realistically that's people's budget, and you stay in it, you know you can get you a good car in this range. Always expect, if you're getting a car from the auction, if you're getting a car from Facebook Market, off the street, Craigslist, I don't know if they still do that, offer up, whatever it is you're getting cars from, whatever how you found it, is dependent. Watch my video on mileage or whatever. If you have an idea of what you, just give you clear what to look for in a car, basically, like mileage and stuff like that. When you paying a car cheap around this, expect light repairs to do. If you buying a car for $5,000 to $10,000, still respect light repairs for not as bad as this. Now, if you buying a car for, some people will be like, oh, I bought a car for like $650, or I paid $2,000 or $2,500. I'm gonna put $2,000. You buying a car in between these. I guess watch my other video. Severe repairs, basically, is going to need severe repairs. At this mileage, this is the turn off point. Literally what I just said, a turn off point. People don't like it. People turned off about the cars that they see around in that mileage. I mean, wouldn't you be turned? I'd be turned off if I bought cars before for this 650, 700 before, and I had to put probably like $2,000 to make it like sturdy again. At this point, I should have just saved up my money and went ahead and got a car up to $5,000. At that point, just if you feel like you need to get a car in this price range, just go ahead. Don't waste your time. Keep on working and stacking up your money. It's worth it. You're buying a car that you probably won't even be able to drive it soon, because it needs severe repairs and maintenance on it or whatever. If you're willing to go the extra mile, yeah, get a car in this price range, and you can drive, but you can repair stuff as you go. But if you really want to up stuff, and you really want you a sturdy, and then I'm naming listing stuff that you can own. I'm not talking about car notes and stuff like that. Like I said, cloud chasers and looks max and stuff that's people which y'all want. Y'all go ahead and go get y'all a note. If you just want a good car and you're confused about stuff and you're tired of people just not being blunt honest, like how literally did this shit work? Cause just do your DD. Watch people like me. I give you the information on it. This is literally how this. Make sure y'all subscribe. I'm tired. I'm burning out. I'm mainly hungry. I didn't even eat when I'm supposed to. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you want to get a car, $10,000, you cool. And you know the repairs won't be as bad. But realistically, stack your bread up, save more instead of going this route, because it's just like a headache. You might as well just save up for this goal. Realistically, this whole bracket right here, $3,000 to $5,000, and you're gonna get you an Ari John. It's not gonna be one of the ones you think you gonna be showboating. No, it's not the whole point. You buy a car to own, maintain it, and be thankful that you own it. That way you ain't got no extra car notes and none of the extra stuff that you want prolonging. It's the whole point of this video. If you want to be, and I'm gonna elaborate this, if you want to be an overachiever and save this amount of money, shit, if you want to save $15,000, go ahead. If that's your car, you own it. You know, the more you pay in something, like the better deal you get. So that's literally how it comes with the game. I'm Leekautorepair. I think I'm pretty much done talking. I don't want to keep on. Y'all want me to keep on talking? Because I don't want to keep on talking. I need to adjust the camera. It's getting dark outside. The sun is setting. Probably knock out another video after this and take it down, and got a lot of editing to do pretty much. But questions. How much money I should spend on a car? How much do I need? How much do I need to save? How can I go about it? I pretty much gave you in a little 3 steps basically, or 4 steps, I'm sorry, on what to do. So hope you guys like this video. I got other videos like this pointing to more car stuff, and I will be doing maintenance stuff, and probably doing within this board helping you guys like diagnose stuff and being versatile between hands-on with the car itself and back on the board and stuff, since I got that option. So I'm Leekautorepair. I thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video, right?